Hi everyone. Listen, I need to come play with you all. Now, recently, some of you may have noticed, I haven't really been posting much on this channel, on Petrarch and 1x1. And I haven't really been doing that much on Miss F1 Chick either. And I just want you all to know something. Miss F1 Chick is pretty much done. You know, I've pretty much abdicated it. Last summer I found out there was there was 2 strikes on that channel, and it just scared the hell out of me, and I literally just did not want to risk it, so I just, so now that channel's a ghost town now. And how am I gonna explain this? And from about mid-October to about the middle of March, I was going through the absolute worst time of my life. It was absolutely horrible. I was miserable. I was in bad shape, mentally and emotionally too. And I wasn't happy with myself. I wasn't happy with school, and just put it gently that way. And think of it as this. Miss F1 Chick was my 18-year-old self. Petrarch F1 is my 19-year-old self. And 18 and 19, for me, were the hardest years of my life. You can say what you want about your teenage years. When you turn 18, and when you're 19 especially, and I've even known some 20-somethings who are still in the same situation too. Those 2 years though, they're the most difficult years of your life because you're still trying to figure out, what you want to do for the rest of your life. You're trying to find yourself. And for me, that's what those 2 channels represented, were just me trying to find out what kind of person I am and who I want to be. And obviously that wasn't the case. So, like I said, middle of March it was the Ides of March, to be specific. I finally got my act together, and I pulled out of engineering school and I switched over to fine arts. When I was when I was preparing to go to college, my parents said to me, if you ever get bored with engineering school, you gotta have something to fall back on, and for me it was fine arts, and look what happened. Well, so basically, I danced through the Ides of March, and I came out alive on the other side, a brand new person. I'm now an artist. I'm flying high in art school. I'm a straight A student now. I'm much happier. I feel way better about myself, and I feel like a new person now. So, like I said, my 18-year-old self is Miss F1 Chick. Petrarch is my 19-year-old self. And here I am at 20 years old, I turned 20 last Monday. And I just started again. I just started all over again, and I want that to reflect. In other words, I'm going to start again on YouTube. And I'm going to do what I actually love. I'm not going to do the whole F1 thing like what I was doing for Miss F1 Chick and Petrarch, excuse me. Now, don't get me wrong, I still watch F1. I still watch the races, I still watch qualies and practice, and I still follow up with all the inside stories and all that madness. But my thing now is the arts. And what I'm trying to say is, I want to do an art channel. In other words, the things I'm going to be posting is going to be like art tutorials, like how to make like my cartoons and how to do portraits and things like that. And I'm also jumping on the posting the full albums bandwagon like everyone else, like all those other awesome people are doing. And I mean, you gotta admit, posting full albums on YouTube is like one of the best things I've seen on YouTube by far. I mean, kudos to those people. They work hard to put those whole things together. And I might do like movie reviews and album reviews and things like that. You know, just things that I like. Not trying to find myself like what I did with Miss F1 and Pedro Nirvana. Also, on a totally unrelated note, the reason why I started using my full name instead of Pedro Nirvana is Pedro Nirvana is kind of an androgynous name. You know, you can't really tell if it's a man or a woman. And I was getting a lot of rude comments directed at me as if I was a guy. So I just, I'm not anonymous anymore if I'm using my full name, my real name. So that's why I switched to my full name, which is Anderson Nicholson. And I might do it again for this thing, for the art channel. So that's basically all I ask. Is I want to start again, and hopefully you guys will bear with me on this too. Also, to all the friends I made on Miss F1 and on Pedro Nirvana, who I haven't spoken to in a while, my dearest apologies. I am truly sorry I haven't spoken to any of you. I was going through the worst time of my life, especially from mid-October to mid-March. I was an absolute mess, and if I haven't spoken to some of you, like I said, my dearest apologies, and hopefully we can patch things up. Because that's all I want is just this, my happiness is secondary. The only thing that matters is my friend's happiness. So, like I said, that's all I ask is for a new beginning. And I might start. I know for a fact I'm going to start the new channel very soon. I don't know when. Might be earliest tonight. I can't do it tomorrow though because I'm at school all day tomorrow. I'm literally at school from all day, 9 to 5. So I probably won't do it tomorrow. Like I said, earliest tonight, maybe the night after, maybe tomorrow night. You never know. But anyways, thank you. All I can say is thank you. Whether or not you bear with me, thank you. And hopefully I will see some of you very soon.